Hello, it's 𝒟𝒃𝒾𝓁𝓎, guys. I have a quick message. I got stuff to do, God. Oh my God, I'm beating bugs. I'm trying to get dressed. Oh my God, thank you. You have the door open? Normally, I better close this other one. Listen, I have some cream that I put on, and I don't see it. I'm confused. Anyway, so download. Good morning. I've been praying already, so I'm just going to move on before I forget the thought. Trying to be fancy. Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for all the lessons and things that we've learned. Now, amen. Listen, ain't nobody perfect. Don't nobody pass all their tests, okay? In life. Life has lessons just like school. School is a symbolism of spiritual life, really. You learn lessons, you go to the next part of your life. You keep graduating. You can go further. You can stay where you got what you got. Okay, you got to be no overachiever. It happens. Point being, life has lessons, and people have gotten stuck. And you say it's the parents' fault. Sometimes parents ain't responsible for themselves, unfortunately, because of their mental capacity. It's what it is. Some are too young, emotionally, spiritually, legally. They're not ready. I'm telling you, there are millionaires that ain't ready for these personalities for whatever reason. People are fascinating when they come out. Okay, for real. I promise you, there's a billionaire right now that got a kid that's just over the top too much. Okay, and there's nothing they can do about it. That's their personality. Most you can do is pray and ask God to show them their route in life. That's it. So come on, bees. I don't like this. I have to fight with bees and things. Jesus. So with all that said, so as we get older, we get into stuff. We learn things, right? Now, if people that we call narcissists, that most likely not see everybody trying to use what I said, like y'all researched it. I mean, I lived this, so talk from experience. And y'all just gravitating. Now, as you all are learning and listening and copying and sharing, maybe you should examine yourselves. This is no joke. There's a lot of people out here that are wilding out, and maybe they do not know, or they feel stuck. Okay, I'll help you get unstuck. I was curious about why this person kept going in a loop, a few of these people, and I started calling them Fruit Loops. That's not nice, but that's just the pattern. It's like they loop, like they're in some type of matrix or stuck. I think, let me see if I can tie these two things together, because there's two things that kept coming to me recently, like it won't let me rest. Some people are, okay, so for 18 years, to some degree, almost 18, 20 years, if there's someone or something in your life that every time you start, I don't care if it's a school assignment, I don't care if it's birthdays, holidays, whenever, and it is more normally a pattern. Like say you have a parent that's bipolar, or they didn't get love, so now they're very selfishly self-centered, and they just think everything's about them, and if it's not, they make it. Like they tap dance. It don't matter what event you take them to. They feel like they have to have the mic, and they have to be singing, or they have to be in the background starting fights with everybody. They gotta have a fire in the car. I told you they like to leave their spirits. Like they'll start a boo-boo, and they'll just fart on everything. And then it just dumps out, and they just leave it. Smudges and all. They just, oh well. Or they'll start they'll get a smoke going in the corner. Everybody knows smoke in the corner. And all of a sudden they blaze it, and then they just feel like, oh well, that's nice. I did a good job. And they walk away. And you're like, did she not just start this fight? FIGHT. Did she not just start this argument? Did she not tell 𝒟𝒾𝓁 untempered tale what the frick Toto said? Now Toto barking, 𝒟𝒾𝓁 looking for the leash, and everybody's chasing this dog. What it? See? And we need to be putting one on her, a muzzle, right? Just keep up stuff. And they hope when they pass away, I guess they'll feel important. They hope everybody's in a kerfuffle at the funeral or wherever they go, because they did and said so much. I understand why they do it, but see, this is where I'm going to say people have lost their Hold on. Wait a minute. Am I redirecting or somebody trying to make me lose my thought? Or maybe I'm needing to revisit what I said. Okay, so if you go through 18 years of people constantly doing this, it's not that you're lazy. They've trained you to expect or at least believe that nothing's going to work for you. And that's why I would say they're unmotivated. And sometimes because of all the holes in their hope, bowl or box or cup, whatever it is, it can't be filled. So you'll see these people and they'll tell you, oh God, my childhood was so wacky. And they may be doing the bare minimum, just getting by in life. Like they didn't get to graduate past 8th grade because someone was constantly moving books like they try to do me. They were constantly getting you kicked out of school because of their bad behavior, like coming up to school wanting to fight. And they wanted that to pass down to other people. Like they would pay people at schools to start a fight with you so that you'll at your child's school, so you'll always look like a villain, like you always look like you can't get along with anybody. People just out of the blue love you. Be like, oh, here they come. This is a pleasant family. And they get so busy paying people and working with people to make you look like an unfit mother. This could be your relatives. It could just be some nut job in your community. It could be somebody from a whole nother country just orchestrating, thinking it's funny because they're stupid. And so whatever the diabolical person has in place, they're now raining terror on your life, on your parade. So just say this is a child. After 18 years, you don't have any hope. You don't have any motivation. You feel like everything you ever will try, someone will come and sabotage. And you may be right. But to stay in that state, okay, and then two, whoever did it to them, they probably were stunted in growth somehow, just a little retarded, if not severely, seriously, slowed down. It's not that they're not smart. It's not they didn't get the opportunity. Somebody was working overtime trying to destroy this child's future. Now, it may not even been intentional. Like I said, I've seen several women whose fathers had raped them, grandfathers had raped them, people in the family. I mean, like this kid didn't get a break. I mean, one child. It was several people attacking girls and thinking none of it, just rampage. Nobody stopped it, most likely. And these people had to grow up, with minimal, very poor, trying to be. So when you have all of these holes, just after 18 years, seriously, some of these people had to struggle through childhood. They didn't get a break. If there's someone that's constantly always setting you back, you may go to the 8th grade. You may even go to high school. But energetically, these people have basically left you in 3rd grade or whatever age is 8. I don't know why 8 keep popping up. 8 years old, you are stranded emotionally. You ain't got it. They've ruined everything for you, it appears. Like, really. Like, you're acting awkward because of this sexual activity. You don't have boobs yet. You know what I'm saying? You don't have any hair anywhere yet but on your head and eyebrows and face. And I mean, these people have just run you over. And now, at 18, society is like, ta-da, come on. Let's go. Let's do this. You're looking like, what? Like, you missed all your lessons. You didn't get to date with a clear path. You get all this baggage. You didn't get to just enjoy a boy. You might even have feelings, but who would ruin that? Right. Whoever was holding you back. So you still feel like an 8th. And this is why I do not take it negatively. I'm like, I'm still a virgin. I get to start over because the experiences that you had were not even yours to have. So why even count that? That's a clean slate. That's what Jesus is for. Clean slate. He unhooked the chains that held you back all your life. And some of us know this. And we still push through like good old troopers. We're troopers now. We push through the stuff that we know people did to us growing up, but we didn't get the lessons. We did not graduate as adults. We came in as an 8-year-old. We came in as a 5-year-old. We came in as a 13-year-old. Okay? Came in as a 3, whatever. We really did, emotionally and mentally. We did not get the growth or the path clear enough to really learn what we needed to learn. So here we are, people looking at us because at 13, after being homeless and grandma not being stable, no grandfather, and people tried to get married a few times. They did. I'm not talking about my story. I'm just saying in general. People do try to get married. They do try to push on. They try to find, you hear a lot of women. I got married at 18. I got married at 16. Some of these people were trying to survive their family events. They were. And somebody might look and say, well, that's too young. Why would you do it? Hey, they trying to get away. Or they're just trying to recoup what they probably feel they'll never have. If someone can come along and show them something and make them feel like an adult or equivalent, or see GED, adult classes for emotions and life experiences, they didn't get that stuff. So they try to latch on to someone else that could probably give them some stability, some kind of hope and motivation to go. But sometimes there's so many holes in these people's lives. I mean, it's just like no matter how much you pour in, and some of these women, they'll hear the story. They want to be the charity. Oh, I'll love you. I'll take care of you. I'll give you a chance to realize your dreams. You're not talking to an adult in most cases. You're not talking to an adult. Good morning. You're not talking to an adult. Talking to someone that probably severely mean what they're saying, but they're using it as a crutch at this point to get people to do things. And then when you get to know them, you be like, oh, you're a bum. Oh, these people have given up. No one has a school of let's catch up. People be trying to do the speed racing, catch up game, and those people be looking like, man, I'm ruined. I'm just a street punk, blah, blah, like that. I've given up. Okay. I'm giving up. I've given up, ma'am, sir. So like, why are you in my face then? If you so done with life, why are you over here? See, why are you over here playing rescue engine number 9 and you wanting to rescue? Now I'm not helping you, but you're not even getting better. They've given up. And again, there's a lack of motivation. If you had, like me, I do things right now and I'm 50 years old. There will be a clown in this group. I just bought a bunch of stuff and I promise you, I hate to say it, my kids keep saying, don't say, but listen, it's happened so much. It's easy to say. It's like you expect it. I don't care. I've had my own apartments, houses, all kinds of stuff, businesses, and people would come in and just take stuff. They didn't care. They would find keys when I was asleep. They would ask landlords. I don't know what they were saying. I know it was some cops involved. I don't know what, but this has been since I was really little. People just felt real comfortable being in my stuff. They did. They didn't care. They didn't. Hold on a minute. And they still don't. So I have to push past that experience and keep going. Hold on. And remember, my experience is not their experience. So I can't sit and go, I did it. You can do it too. That's cute. That's cute. Oh yeah, that it can be done. It can be done. But you really have to, have these people catch up on the lessons that they missed. It's just a void where they just didn't get those lessons. They just didn't get those experiences. They just didn't. So how do you help them catch up? Can you help them catch up? And this is why I'm doing my Sunday school throwbacks. Things that I learned in Sunday school that may have helped me push past all of this foolishness. Now, there are times where I won't say I'm not motivated because I don't know, that's just in me. But sometimes you do have to sit back and be like, dang, if I do this again and they mess it up, it's just setting me back. So why do I keep trying? And this is where people are sometimes in their head. They may not tell you. It's not that they're lazy. So many things have happened in so many events and times growing up or even as an adult. Like me, I've had several cars in my life and I saw these raggedy mechanics in these communities tampering with my car at times. Now, I didn't see it, but you could tell one day your car right, next day it's just completely goofy. There's a crackhead somewhere. Somebody paid somebody to do something. You know that. You could feel it. When you went to that light, that car was fine. I'm a good car picker. But, just me and my kids up on the bus stop in the winter blizzard going to school. I was in college. Somebody didn't want me going to college. They didn't want me in school. They did not. And they created all that chaos and havoc with me and my children. Thank God we bought snowsuits. We had a Barney coat. We had scarves and gloves. And we was out there. We were not cold. We were out there. We got on that bus or whatever we did. And we went to school. And we didn't miss no days. And we had a good time. Now, as time went on, my kids were like, what the hell is this? See, I would just push through it. But they were looking like, we need to get away. Thing is, these people are watching all of us. I pray every day for my children that their angels are around them, or my angels, because my angels don't play. Now, all of this is a learning experience. I don't know what bitch thought I needed to learn this, but apparently they need the training wheels and the braces, not me. I'm not bothering nobody. I'm floating through life like I'm supposed to, minding my own business. I ain't looking at nobody. Because what? God made us all in his image. So if you're looking at me saying, I'm mad at you, then that means you're not looking at your creator and he's mad at you. Because you're making me your idol. Stupid. Yeah. So your life will never be what it should be because you're too busy watching me when you should be watching your father up in heaven. Holy be his name. Reverenced be his name. Yeah. His kingdom come, not mine. See, you're supposed to be studying the ways of God. And you can watch me doing it, but you're trying to stop God. There's another point God gave me. Somebody coming against me or you, whoever, I know I'm being challenged. You're coming against the universe, by the way. Remember, we're all small gods. So when you're attacking someone, when you're killing them or doing something like that, you're attacking God. You think he's going to allow you to get away with this? Some of y'all thinking, well, I got away with it last time. Listen, all these people getting all this money, stealing, whether they work for it or not, they stealing. Okay. All these people getting all these accolades, feeling good about them, feeling bad because they're bothering somebody, fired somebody, got somebody hurt, somebody killed. You're doing all of that just to go burn forever. It doesn't make sense to me. And this is my motto, or whatever you want to call it, mantra. I'll be damned, and I meant that. I'll be cursed if I live here with all the accolades, all the number one spots, all the rich husband and this and that and the other, and I still go to hell. What sense it made? Where I can do all of this down here, messing with people, being stupid, being a clown, thinking I'm smart, working in the background against the universe. That's what karma comes from. When you're attacking God's creation, you're attacking yourself. You attack a tree for no purpose. If you attack a bug for no purpose, for real. If you just see it, there's nothing. You attack a human, oh, you really down for the count. Now, maybe a slow burn, but God will redirect your energy to the nearest grave, church, inner thinking, inner feeling, inner growth. Because you know what? Ain't nobody got time for your childhood wounds. Grow the frick up. Now, people are saying I'm immature. F you, because guess what? I'm mature enough to understand I shouldn't be staring at your life, trying to probe into it, trying to see what you got and what you don't have so I can steal it. So I'm more mature than all of y'all that's saying I'm immature just because I don't cook and cut animals, just because I don't eat booty, because I don't have orgies. That don't make me immature. That don't make me inexperienced. Then what? Being a whore? No, I'm not. You mad? Just because you don't know about my insurance policies, if I have one, just because you don't know about my income, or well, that's none of your business, actually. If you want to know, you could have asked me. It's public information, isn't it? And some of y'all been all publicly up my butt. That's fine. I have nothing to hide. Congratulations. God is the money in manifestation. You all are killing people for God? Really? You're loving God in the form of money? Really? You're leaving God out, all on the paper, and God we trust, and that means nothing. So you signing all these documents for dollars that belong to God, that God created. Who is God? And you think you're smart. You really think you're so smart, don't you? That's amazing. See, your focus is off. You missed all those Sunday school lessons that told you about greed and pride and anger and lust and murder and all of that stuff, didn't you? Pride, ego. Those are wrong. Those are very bad energies. Ego is not a compliment. It's not an accomplishment. It's not a healthy way to be. It's false, really. And it's not to come at anybody. Really, this is a lesson. This is what some of y'all did not learn. And it's cute, if you make money off the work, put on some t-shirts, things of that nature. But it's not a healthy, really not a healthy way to live. It's really not good for you or anyone around you. It's phony. And again, these are people that came from the streets, the hustle. They didn't believe God. Most people don't teach their children to believe God. A lot of people pray and all that. But are you teaching your children to expect when they pray? Are you living a lifestyle where when you're expecting, you really know that that's going to be it if that's God's will? And if not, God got something else in store for you. See, it's okay to pray, but you need to expect. There's nothing wrong with faith, but where's the evidence? And I'm not challenging anybody, but I'm telling you, if I go to my father and say, Dad, I really need a car. This is getting really hard on me and my children. And I've done a lot to, I've even saved money, but it went away somehow. I don't know why. Oh, well, okay. Tell you what, I have balance. I'm a good father. I love you and I got good gifts. I'm going to do this and that and the other. In fact, I have some money that I've been keeping for you and I want to bless you. Okay. And I don't have the authority to keep this money, but I have been holding it for you. And I just want you to know it is here if you ever need it. In fact, here, this is for you. Okay. Good father, right? So in you doing that, God made a way, right? In fact, he made a lot of ways just now when he did that. Amen. So you never know. And you want to expect. God ain't in the business of having you pray forever. If it's taking a while, you need to examine yourself. Just be real. And you'll hear God tell you, just wait, you're fine. Or, hey, let's pray. Or contact this person, or someone's going to arrive to you. He'll keep you abreast. Sometimes it's a great surprise. I think it's because we're not always in tune with all the distractions and the children and the this and the that. But everybody has the ability to speak to the creator. Everybody has the ability to reach out to him and get a response. But you just have to put yourself in position to do that, because life is full of transitions. Life is full of changes. Life is full of Jesus. You name it, okay? Oh, 9-1, Lord. Oh, God, what I got? Oh, it's going to be hard. I ain't going to be outside. Be inside of a car. Hallelujah. But I want you guys to be encouraged. Again, there's a lot of people out here that feel left behind in life. They may graduate high school, college, but they feel left behind emotionally if they were abused, if they were mistreated. And it don't always mean sexual, but a lot of people deal with that type of trauma a lot, just from family hands, okay? Or close friends or people that said they were family and they probably were not, because people play games to prey on children. Sometimes people are not your family. There were some in-laws that maybe took you in, you and your mother maybe, and you grew up thinking these were relatives, and no one made clarity because they could get away with what they were doing. So some of these readings some of you all are hearing, again, I don't know much about the tarot world. I don't know what's accurate because it seems like they're regurgitating what I'm saying sometimes. That's why somebody's saying stop talking. Because if you stop talking, they're going to be making up stuff and you're going to know what's real in your life. And I'm starting to see some of that unravel in some of these people. And I'm going to think I'm serious, if the FBI or CIA put a story out here and one of the crooked ones gave it to readers to kind of throw people off track and give whatever, or some dirty person, and they're just throwing off these stories and you're not aware of it, but then the FBI, CIA tap in because they know the true story. And these people are reading, oh, this is for Sarah, not you. For whoever this is, some of y'all are that. I believe, I'm just saying, I'm not against anybody, but I believe that those storylines, because these are real stories, you'd be amazed. I just picked up on a story that sounds super crazy, but it's somebody's real life. Now, again, I understand, and it's not tarot. It's just any sector. There's a bunch of sectors out here of people, but tarot comes up because I've been recently watching some tarot. I have. It's just entertaining. It is the storytellers, the people, and they may have gifts. I don't know anybody here. Okay, I don't. It kept coming across my feed one day, and this one lady is not a tarot reader. They caught my attention. There's two of them. They're not tarot readers at all. And that's why I guess tarot started popping up. These two ladies don't do tarot that I listen to. But the other ladies will pop up. And I'm like, oh, that's it. They're, as it should be, their thumbnails are creative. They're beautiful. These ladies are beautiful. And they have these cards up. And I was like, what's that? What's that? And I would actually listen. And it was very similar to the ladies that don't do tarot. Very similar. And I was like, oh, wow. It's like another version of what I've already heard or seen. And I'm like, oh, just watch it. And I'm listening. So please, tarot people, don't think I'm talking to you. But there's people out here that put tarot on their page. They have the cards. And I get entertainment. It is entertaining, y'all. It is. So listening to it, I don't have anything against them. I don't know who's who. I don't know who's accurate. I know who I enjoy. I know who I listen to. And apparently whoever's hacking my phone like a crack baby, the people that has been hacking my phone, they're hearing out loud what I'm saying on my microphone because they're what? Perverted. Again, God is not pleased. You do not have the authority to do that. But again, I tell my kids all the time to be careful with their hearing. Okay. So I pray for their hearing, their sight, that nothing comes to offend them. Nothing comes to divert them or cause them to, because some things you can't unhear and some things you cannot unsee. And people snooping around lose their minds because they can't digest what they're hearing and are seeing. And that's why you should what? Mind your business. And I believe this. Some people are feeling like I'm visiting them. I'm coming to their house to fight them. That's from you snooping around in my business. Baby, I don't know none of y'all. I could figure out where you are. It's not hard. Okay. I did say I come from a long line of very intelligent, sly folks. I choose to not be on that side. But if you turn it up, I'm going to let it be on. This is why I stay away from people. Okay? It's not that I'm dangerous. I don't like foolishness. Don't get me tangled in nothing. Don't use my ID for nothing. But since you did, you only making a trace for yourself because God knows who I am, and that's what counts. Now I'll say it again. This universe is in motion. And when you're not in alignment with the universe, F your family, F your friends, F your addictions. If you allow these things to distract you from the movement of the earth, which is God, the currency, you'll get tangled up. You will get tangled up somehow, tied up, wrapped up. And it will take the Almighty God to get you out of it. And you will feel like you're in a loop or a matrix. You will continually go in that loop till you figure out what the exit is, which is God. So you trying to come against me or my kids. You trying to come against me and my finances all along. See, you're out of alignment with God. This is why we're here. For God and Jesus. That's it. All that other stuff is an extra. So if you're going up into these orgies and multiple, see, that's a distraction from your creator. That's why Babylon fell. Is this pleasing me? Jesus, God is jealous. God is a narcissist, I say sometimes, and I hate to do that, but he wants everything about him. Is he bipolar? Yeah, because he does justice. He'll be off with your head. Jesus is the one that be bringing that motherly energy, that Mary energy. Oh, God is love. God be on off with your head. He does. That's why he sent Jesus. Here's your balance. Okay? God don't play. You don't never hear anybody. We say God is love, truth. That's true. But you never hear them. He's a good God. He's a loving father. But seriously, he's more like that father energy. And Jesus is more like that forgiving. Because God, listen, you'll be praying for his forgiveness. Keep asking around. You're going to find out. But you have to stay in alignment If you deviate, you need to jump on back in because this universe will move on you. Who's the universe? God. Y'all keep on. Some of y'all with these addictions, you can't focus, you driving. This is why you get in a crash. Because you're not praising and worshiping. Your mind isn't clear on your Father. He's jealous. You like alcohol from those trees and them things more than me. He'll let it take you over. And it will take Jesus to draw you on back in here with the strength of God. God, in the name of Jesus. Keep on playing. He's the golden seal. Y'all looking at gold bars and all that. God is currency. They can be in it for his coins, his minerals, his elements. These things y'all chasing. He could be in those forms. He created the mountains and all these golds and metals, silver. He created the dollars. He did. Y'all just moved it into a currency. But that was with his permission. Now go crazy again over some money. Over God. Talking about you love money. Some of y'all don't even understand the dysfunction, but you better figure it out. Because God will step back and snatch it. And it will ruin you. And then you try to figure out, how come I can't keep money? I bought all these jogging suits and they're gone. Now, again, people can create situations like they saying they did for me. Trying to tell people, I hate the welcome wagon. Trying to introduce me to people that I ain't even introduced to. Don't tell people who I am because you evil. Oh, you know, she's crazy. Something's wrong with her. Ain't nothing wrong with me. No. And then you have people that are trying to make you sick. See, God is going to move on those people because they're distracted. I'm not your idol. I'm not your God. And God don't like you focusing on people or anything more than him, even a car. Dad, that's why God took your car. No, demon. You were minding God's business. This is why you all are going to lose your cars. You're going to have car troubles because, see, the universe is going to move on you. You so stuck and staring at what I'm doing, trying to block it. You, not God, stupid. You're not God. You're not my God. I understand that. That's why I'm going to be replenished. Because there is no lack in God. Y'all get ready to go through a famine? I'm going to be fat. Yeah, it's about to be a famine. God going to take care of me. Because, see, while you trying to treat me or present me like a bum and a person unstable, that's who you are. God's going to make sure of it if you're not, because you don't play with God. And see, I don't play with God. I stay within the lines of the universal laws, which is mind your own business. See that? My kids are my business. You jumped in there too. Well, watch what happens to your children. I'm not going to do it. The universe is going to help you realize why you should mind your business. And I'll say this again. A lot of people don't get to tell these stories because they suffer in silence. Like you women always chasing other people's man. That's my business if that's from God or not. For you to come do what you did was ignorant. So God got something for you called you're going to be lonely forever. Yeah. You see these women that can't ever really keep nobody. See, y'all was trying to make that look like it was me. And I'm marriage material. I do what God says. So God always got something for me. And you keep thinking you're going to snatch it, you're going to block it. Somebody's dying. This is not a game. You know why? Because you won't stop. And when the universe keeps moving and you're going in the opposite direction of God's purpose for your life, you lose it in some cases because you're not redirecting yourself. So a storm will hit you because you're running into it. You're in the wrong direction. What is the storm? Strong winds, strong situations that you will not be able to handle because you're weak trying to be in my business, in my direction, trying to move something that ain't your business or your strength level out of my graces, like a man, like a job, like some money. I will be replenished. You know why? Because I forgive and I heal. And you don't want me to, but I do. And I will curse you out. I have. And God understands why. You've been a royal fool, group of y'all. I don't care if you sit in Australia, Austria, Panzea. It don't matter where you are and why you came into my life. God's going to pluck your little tail right now, straight to hell, some of y'all, if you don't change. I mean, there's grace. That's why I ain't judging. You be up there mad at people, Saul, cutting people's ears off, scared, running like, oh, here he come. Ugh. Okay. And nobody think it takes all out, do they? This guy had a mission for that little fool, to be Paul. And he had an affliction. What was that affliction? Was he blind? Was he lame? Did he get hurt messing with one of those saints before he became one? Where he could not injure people? Did he lose the hand that he was swiping people down with? I mean, this man was rampant. He hear a meeting was going on with Christians. I call them believers. He was there with his sword. This man would kill people that said Jesus is Lord. And there's a lot of nuts out here that does that. They're nutty. This is the man that died for you. This is why some of y'all are going in these crazy loops. Because you don't understand God is the universe. He sees and feels everything. If you put a body in the ground, in the water, he is the water. He is the dirt. He knows what you did. If you write it on his paper with pens and making agreements, he hears your words because he is you. You just don't recognize it. This is why some of you guys are mentally and emotionally unstable. Because you don't understand that your face was made by God. Your voice was for his praise. Your eyes were to see the needs of others, not be stealing from them, not be making fun of them because they don't have what you have. You got God if you have money. That's it. That's your power. God is power. Don't let him snatch it. Some of y'all been acting a real fool, and I don't think there's a lot more. I don't care what age you are. I don't care where you live and what you got. You can lose it all, unfortunately. I don't wish it. I'm just letting you know the truth. Nobody owns anything but God. We are on borrowed time. We're not here forever. And we can't say that because we leave that this stuff will still be in our name, or that the most you can do is build it up on God's foundation. God's money. This is God's money. It's not ours. We don't own those trees. We didn't build those trees. We didn't make those trees. We might be reproducing and replanting. But these trees were here when we got here. All of us. Nobody saw when God created them trees. The trees made the money. Somebody said, well, now I don't care if it's pumpkin seeds and dandelions. You didn't make those dandelions and pumpkin seeds. You're converting those energies, just like gas, just like electricity. These are energies. People trying to take people's bodies. That's energy. The bones, that's energy. It's God's creation, right? And trying to convert it into skin for themselves, eyes for themselves. God knows what y'all doing outside and how you're doing that. He is you. He sees and records everything. This is why some people are unstable. They look so good. We ain't talking about hood people. We're talking about anybody in this universe. You're unstable if you feel like you're disconnected from God. If you don't recognize him, you're disconnected. But you're using his money, using him. That's power of God. That's why people think they're so powerful. They're God, because that's God. But if he snatch himself back, you learn how this goes. I'm telling you, I hear people, man, I bought this, I bought that. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. It's because God lets it fall away from you. Some people should be trillionaires by now, but it may not, because they're not using the currency the correct way as a charity, as a give back to God. They're not representing God. Some of y'all should be gazillionaires by now. Y'all been working out 20, 30, 40 years, and you still just a 2.8 billionaire. I'm just saying. I'm talking about these older people that's been working since, 27? Literally. You saw them up front. They didn't just pop out. They weren't in the background just doing stuff. They literally were on TV and all kinds of stuff. And you only got 2.8 billion after all this time? Yeah, there's a hole in that bag. You know why? Because you're not serving God. Some of y'all throw God in there, but you still have lifestyles that are contrary. See, double-minded man is unstable. Somebody's stealing. Could be God. He just keeps it at a little cap. And you try to figure out, I want to grow it more. I want to grow it more. And probably never. Because you're evil somewhere. Most of us are. And that duplexity, they won't let it grow. And I mean, that's a nice amount. But what are you doing with it? Blowing it most times. And that's why I won't stay. People mean to make power moves, but God is the power. So until you move in him, yeah, you probably stay where you are. Because people already think they're God with the little change they got. And that's a lot of money. But God is the money, and He's everywhere. You see trees everywhere. Stop playing with me. You ain't got to believe me, but listen. I want you to be encouraged. I want you to get single-minded. I want you to heal. And again, you see a lot of people going in loops. It's because they've lost their faith that this will change. And there may be someone causing this. Government, maybe. Yeah, God's going to straighten them out too. These people that have these systems in place to steal from people. Taxes. They're not doing the taxes right. Y'all know that, right? This process is stupid. You have our information in these systems of everything we've done per year. All you need to do is send us an update every year on whatever day you start to process these darn things and calculate this sugar and then send us an estimate. We make the payments, or you give us payment plans, or whatever you do, the advances. But you have the information in the system. We're working for you, but we are the government, right? So why do you not have a more organized system? And I'm telling you, this country is slowed down because you got all these unhealed people in godly positions. These are official positions, and they got all this effery going on. They don't want to update their systems. They want everything in paper. They want everything to be a certain way, and it's not convenient or conducive to the Spirit of God. It's just not. It's just chaos that you got to sit here and wait on the mail in all these directions. Well, they know people steal mail. They know people are stealing mail. They know people steal mail. Do we know it's a government offense, but people steal mail? They do. They're stupid. They're immature, and they feel like they're above the law. Instead of just doing this, the Social Security service, whatever they are, administration has your yearly annual income. The tax department has your tax forms because they print it. Why don't they just print all the sugar up for you and send them to you? Why does it have to be from the employer? This is ridiculous. Then the employees go past January 31st because they play too much. Then they be sending to anybody's address because they're depending on you to update it. Say you're homeless. This is dumb. This is dumb. No one should be homeless. I'll say it again. Everyone should have a permanent address. But they left it up to us people that obtain properties. They have mental problems. They have social problems. They're not responsible for themselves. They have internal problems, but they qualify for a mortgage because they stole it most times. Okay? So you live there in their property, and they think you're visiting like you cousin Buck, and they're just all through your stuff, taking it. Their friends, their families taking your stuff. No reason. Oh, she doesn't need that. She doesn't need that. Because they felt like it. And you report it, and nobody's resolved my issue. I heard an inspector went out. But, okay, what? I still don't have a result. Now, somebody did say they're not a legal person. Just rechange your address and send it back to the same address while the chaos happened. So I'm going to leave it there. Because you know what? God is the paper. And he see them raggedy skin fingers going through my stuff. And the black bags that they have of my stuff that wasn't their business. They've ripped through trying to be a greedy dog all these years. And that's why some people are going to meet their early demise. Because God said in his law, even here on earth, you're not to touch things that don't have your names on it. Period. When he created you, he put a name on you that he wanted. Doesn't matter who thought they did it. God orchestrated this whole thing the way he wanted it in Jesus' name. And it doesn't matter if you believe or not. You didn't make yourself. We didn't make ourselves. Our parents didn't choose us. We didn't choose our parents. And I don't care what wicked, wacky stuff y'all got going on now. Well, I chose my child. I chose the sex in her car. We're not talking to you then. God bless your ministry. I love you. And y'all do all this stuff. My name don't belong to nobody else. I don't care if you stole it, wrote it. I don't care if you put your name on it. It's mine. The way I understand at this present moment. Well, that's not your real name. Well, until I find that out, I possess the name that I use. Period. And God understands that because whoever gave me the name was the dumb butt that now is being held accountable. Stop playing with people. Okay? We're not toys. We're not games. We're not game pieces. We're not tokens. We're human. Got it? Okay. Okay? We're not lottery tickets. Y'all need medicine. I'm so serious. Something going on outside. That's why I stay inside. So I don't never go outside. It ain't that I'm scared of y'all. I'm scared of what I would do if I found out you messing with my kids. When I find out who's been bothering me. But I'm cool. God already got this. Like I said, some people are going in loose because they haven't gotten the lessons that they needed, and they don't feel hopeful that even if they attempt to complete those lessons, anything will change. And that's from a duplex, complex, very intricate issue with people in the background orchestrating. It could be the government, don't matter. Orchestrated situations where people have to keep going through these hurdles and running into walls, no matter what they do. Okay, but God is going to orchestrate y'all to your own circles and squares and mazes, okay? In your mind. Some of y'all going to go nuts. Congratulations. Playing with other people. And God is going to set all these other people free because y'all play too much. I don't care what agency you're on, I don't care how long you've been in place. God is saying, doop, that never existed. Now be free, people. Gonna make you mad. Then another group gonna pop up and God gonna be like, boop. Then I say stop. And I heard y'all think y'all gonna keep following me around with that little hissing sound like you're a snake. Some of y'all gonna start slithering out your mind because you done played too much as a reptile. Boop. You'll be out the way. Straight jacket or death. Which one? I don't know. Stop playing with people. This is not a game, babe. God created snakes. You're not one, psycho or patience. And I'm not scared of you trying to act like one. You throw your fist, you have a stroke. Do it. Will you make it? Probably not. You have a stroke or a heart attack. I'm hearing you'll have an accident. But if you walk up on me and think you're going to swing like snakes don't swing. Ding dong. Stupid. So anyway, whatever y'all mental problems are outside, that's for you and God. Because that's who I worship. It's ridiculous. How are you going to get snakes? See, that's that little hood rat stuff from the projects. Somebody think they going to swing a wicked arm. The little man with the big titties actually did raise their little big old Popeye elbow up at me. And they fist, it looked like a big old ham hock, ain't lying. And they was looking like they was going to fight me on the spot. I was like, I don't know what's wrong with you, but you need to go sit down and examine yourself. You need to go. I've left the video up there. I did. I left it on public because that was a ridiculous interaction. I don't know this person. I've never had a conversation with this person. And again, how dare somebody pay you God to come against me? This is what the legal system is for. Somebody paid you God to whoop my butt. And you went, okay. Yeah, okay. All right. I got a lot to do, guys. Let me get back. God bless your ministry. Don't get in that loop. If you're in the loop, you better jump out because when the universe starts to move again, I mean, it never stopped moving, but it's giving y'all opportunities every day to get off that foolishness and jump on God. Stop trying to play Babylon. Because Babylon in the Bible fell down. You thought you was going to keep having orgies and burning gold and sacrifice people and animals and babies and people's families, clown? Gold, you got gold. We got gold that you stole. Ooh, we got cars that you stole. Oh, we got sex that you stole. You stole somebody's husband or wife and you enticed them to come down to Babylon and eat the butt, and eat the front, and all that. And the men was with the men, and the women with the women, and the cows were with the cows, and then they killed the cows, sacrificed, and they had to go burn it. Oh, they was having fun. I'm gonna watch that movie. Y'all play too much. See how you got tricked? Now you gotta fix it. You gotta learn the lessons. If you don't learn the lessons, you keep going in the loop. So again, you got people out here that were going to school. People were distracting them. They didn't really pick up the lessons, but they graduated. So now they're in life looping because they didn't pass the tests of life. They didn't pass the tests that they were supposed to learn along the way as children, whether it was somebody else's fault or their own. It's time for people to start taking accountability for the lessons they missed, or they're going to keep repeating the same grade. 8th grade, 5th grade. Some of y'all still in 5th grade. Some of y'all still in the 8th grade. Some of y'all still in the 3rd grade. And you keep looping because you keep hanging around the same folks. You keep listening to the same stuff. Keep doing the same thing. And you never graduated beyond that. And to fit y'all dysfunctional levels, you create these playgrounds where it's fun to be on these levels that are lower than the adults. And you think it's funny and cute because y'all still know how to steal. You know how to dress up. Some of y'all got good jobs. But you acting like children. In this community that y'all create, y'all think y'all so funny because you ignore your children. Because you acting like children. Children gotta be like, oh God, they acting like us. You know, It's ridiculous. Grow up. So the lessons that you miss, God is forever trying to get them to you through people like me or whatever. And you study going, la la la. No, we got a community that fits us, that kind of lets us be acceptable. Okay, so we didn't grow up, but my community understands. We cool with that. But you study failing, you still study missing. And some of y'all got beautiful homes, beautiful cars, beautiful families, and you still act like a child. You still out here stealing. You still playing in the government. Some of y'all work in the government, still acting like children on the playground, hiring people to fight people because you're juvenile. You didn't grow up. You didn't get the lesson. You keep failing the lesson. You keep looping. And you wonder why your life don't change, because you don't. You won't grow. You don't know how to grow probably, but that's what the Sunday school lessons are for. Don't hate. Don't use ego. Don't use pride. And when I'm not calling you juvenile, but if you're trying to kill somebody, if you're trying to kill their kids and they have no reason for you to be looking at them this hard, you're childish. But you think you grown, right? Because you got a gun or you got a good job and a good husband and you look kind of good in your 40s and 50s, right? You got a lot of friends and community that are hell dogs and demons out here doing devilish things. You feel grown, don't you? But you're not. You're the immature one, not me. I do what God said. I mind my business. And I am innocent, which that's what you call an immature. Because I'm innocent. I don't do dumb stuff, do I? Oh, see how society switches stuff? They calling me slow and retarded. Yeah, because I'm not a demon. I don't do demonic stuff. I don't sit up and watch people and see how I'm going to irritate them all day. How I'm going to inconvenience them all day. See? Hey, buddy. I don't watch people to see how I'm going to do something to blow them that day. And I got things to do, like serve God. Stay in the flow of the universe, because he's the true control. When these people die off to think they so sexy and then pass the mantle to the other nut that they untrained to be like them, to keep this society going the same way, God swiping. It's going to be a bunch of people that's going to be removed out of positions, erased off the earth, groups. Don't matter where you live and what you do. You don't run nothing. Now, you might have done that for a long time, but it's high time that people get a break and that they have change. Okay? And you might not even like the way change looks, but it needs to be some dismantling. And by whatever form necessary, it has to happen. Now, that could be in government. That could be in your own personal life. Things need to be torn down. Your ideas of what reality is, the things you stand on, you think is so righteous, so right wing, just so strong in your delusion. And there's a bigger world out here. And can't nobody tell you nothing, because the little small hand of righteousness you grew up in, you think that's all it is. And ain't nobody bothering you. Don't nobody care how small you think. But that's not what God wants for you. Some of us are very big people, and we will always be. But it will never realize until we get out of our own way. That goes for me too. I know what I've been doing all these years, but that's why I'm speaking. It's time to speak up, time to grow up. And it don't mean I'm childish or I'm hurting anybody. It just means it's time for me to let you know that I know what God knows. And God knows what I know because he told me. So you need to get your circle right. What I mean by circle, you know that vicious thing you keep going in your head, staring at me, worrying about me, looking at me, watching me. Time for you to stop doing that. And if you don't, and I know you probably can't help it, that's why you need Jesus. The power of the blood to unhook the chains in your brain. The repentance. The Sunday school lessons you missed. Don't hate. Don't envy. Look up the words. I'm putting them out on my videos. I've made cards. I keep talking about these 7 deadly sins. The sins of the works of the flesh. Somebody needs to study those. And if you see them, you ask God, take it away from me, Lord. Because y'all wasn't going to church. Well, church, if it's at church, I don't want it. This is why you out here drinking and driving and being weird. Sleeping with your relatives. This ain't for no one person. I'm hearing people all in other countries who have kids by their brothers. Now, who business is that? Why y'all watching me? It's mine. Because you in my business. because you feel bad about things that happen to you. Now you think you finna take all that out on me because you don't want to go to counseling. Nope. We finna help y'all this year. Y'all not gonna do this again. Thus said the Lord. Y'all not gonna keep playing on people like me. You just not. You're not gonna keep taking out your childhood problems and the things that you suffer on people like me that ain't did nothing to you and don't have nothing to do with whatever you're going through. All right, God bless y'all ministry, and we'll be back with another lesson because what we ain't finna do is keep playing with y'all out here that's playing with us. Okay? Love you. Bye.